Welcome to PR Today. Unfortunately, Paul Nixie wasn't able to join us today, but we're going to be speaking to Andy Baryer, who is a man of many talents. He is a social media guru, producer, tech reporter,
radio host,
and does a multitude of other things, and is also just a general awesome human being.
And I'm your friend too.
And he's my friend, and colleague sometimes. What we're going to be talking to Andy about today is media relations. So Andy gets requests from PR people all the time to cover different tech or new technologies.
Products and services, yeah.
Products and services. So can you give us an example of some of the press releases you've been sent or products you've been asked to review?
Sure thing. So part of my job, I work on the Get Connected television show. And so it's a show about gadgets and different kind of products. So naturally, the PR companies are always coming to me to try to get their product for their client on the show. And so I'm always getting these offers of what about this, what about that? And so for us, it's always, we got to try it out. We got to review it. So they'll send a unit in. That's part of my job, playing with tech toys.
It's a tough job.
It's a tough job. Somebody's got to do it. And so basically, we kind of look at it, and then what we do is we have production meetings where we're trying to create different segments. Being a lifestyle technology show, we'll do a segment, say, on fitness gadgets or gadgets to help you sleep or gadgets to help you cook. So what I have to do is kind of see the requests that we get from the PR agencies and then try to match it and align it with the segments we do.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes I've come across a gadget that just blows my mind where I say, okay, we got to do an entire segment about this.
Oh, wow. So can you give us an example of a gadget?
Sure thing. One thing that we are going to be doing is called like handyman tech.
Okay. Because
a company called iRobot released a robotic gutter cleaner. And it's this little robot. It looks like a snake and has remote control. And you stick it into your gutter and then you press it and it just starts to clean and brushes everything out. Now, we had never even thought or imagined something like this before. So then I started getting the idea of like what other kind of interesting tech is out there that I could align with this type of product. And so I found one. It's a robotic lawnmower, believe it or not.
Okay, so is the iRobot, is that the same company that does the Zumba?
They are, yes.
Okay, I love my Zumba.
So they make the Zumba, and they also make military-grade robots for doing like detonations. If there's a bomb in there, they make the little guys that go in there and then take it and blow up. So they know what they're doing. They know how to make robots. They can even make a robot to clean your carpet.
Really?
But another company that just came out is making a robotic, like the Roomba for your lawn.
Okay.
So it's like a lawnmower acting in a Roomba fashion. So that's the next thing that I'm trying to research to try to get it on the show.
Oh, that's so cool.
And that's just one of those instances of a PR kind of showing me what's out there and then trying to find ways to help them out and also help us. So expand the pie, essentially.
Yeah, for sure. So can you give us some examples of, what you like when PR people approach you versus, techniques or tactics that you hate from PR people?
Well, typically what you're going to get these days is an email blast where they'll write up a copy of a press release and then try to blast it out to everybody.
Yeah.
That's always going to be there. It's the first thing I do in the morning. I wake up and I read them because usually they're from Toronto, so they schedule them to come around 9 a.m., which is 6 a.m. in the West Coast time. So I can hear my phone beeping as I'm
You need
sleeping.
to put that on silent.
I could, but it actually reminds me I need to get up and stop dreaming. But so that's always going to happen. What my advice is for PR people is there's always going to be those certain people that you are always going to go to.
Yeah.
And it's very essential that you develop a relationship, not just a working relationship, but try to meet them outside.
Yeah.
Go for drinks, have coffee, do something so you can kind of get to know each other.
Yeah.
So that when you need help, and I always do this with PR people like that I know in town.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you ever need something, like, this is a make or break or you're going to lose a client, give me a call. I will see what I can do.
That's so nice. I feel like not a lot of reporters would do that.
No, they wouldn't. But if you have a friendship with somebody, you can get that. You can be like, yo, I need to call in a favor. Could you do something for me? And, I try to help people out as any way I can.
That's so awesome. So have you had any bad pitches or bad experiences with PR people?
I've had someone pitch this device that was supposed to eliminate the need for a telephone in your house. It was kind of like that Magic Jack.
Oh,
but it was
okay.
a different company. I won't say the name of the company.
Okay, we won't say names in this episode.
But this fella was very aggressive in calling me, trying to get me to check this product out. And he's like, can you hear my voice? Can you hear my voice? I'm like, yeah. He goes, what if I told you I'm not even using a phone? And he was just being so aggressive that finally I resented, because I was like, okay, you know what? Let me see what I can do. And we ran a contest on our website that we advertised on our radio show.
Yeah.
So what happened was we had talked about this product on air, and somebody got excited about it and tried it out. And then I got an email saying it didn't work, this happened. So immediately what I did with this customer was refer him to the PR person. So you got to take care of this. And that didn't really go well. The PR person kind of was backtracking, oh, it should work. And he didn't help that customer out. And it kind of made me look bad because I was the one that was kind of promoting it on air. And I should have listened to my gut and just said, you know what, he was too aggressive. It's probably something wrong with this device.
For sure.
So that was a horror story that I remember of late.
So in terms of like what you're looking for from PR people, it's developing that relationship of trust and kind of mutual benefit. Yeah,
one thing I do, and I know a lot of PR peeps like it a lot, and they tell me this off the record all the time, is I'm the type of person, if I feature their product on, say, Global News, on our Tech Talk segment, what I'll actually do was I'll get a copy of that link and I'll email it to them after and go, hey, thanks a lot, here's the copy, because they're gonna have to do that work anyway.
Yeah, for
sure. So
sure.
I just did their work for them, and it makes them, I try to make PR people look like a superstar. And what happens is when they have, say, one product to give away or something, they're gonna go to me right away. Because they know that if I give it to Andy, he's gonna come back and he's gonna give me a link to the contest, or he's gonna tell me how many entries there were. He'll give me something so that they don't have to do the work. So, obviously people that do stuff like that, you're going to want to treat well. Yeah. People like me.
Well, Andy, I think you are going to be the most popular tech reporter in town. I can see already anyone watching this video is going to be writing down your name and sending you a press release, because you sound like the easiest reporter in the world to deal with.
Well, yeah, I think in the tech space within Canada and the US, I think I pretty got all the big companies on cover. The one thing that I'm always interested in is startups with these good ideas, people that have this good product that maybe they don't have financing yet and they want to go to like Kickstarter.
Okay.
I love helping those guys out because I can put the word out, I can show what their concept is, and then suddenly they're getting funding. And it's just great because I love to see great ideas come to life. So that's one thing I'm always looking for is in the startup world as well.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. If you have any startups and need Andy's help, make sure you tweet him. Andy, do you want to give your Twitter handle?
Yeah, sure. It's at Andy Baryer. That's ANDY BARYER.
And thank you very much for joining us with PR Today. And we'll be back soon with Paul Nixie. Thanks again.